Hello, hello. We are live again. Cheers. We're live and it's going up on a Tuesday. Hi, Kike. It's going up on a Tuesday because, hi, Karen. Oh my God, you're watching. I have a very special guest today. I'm in a very, very special VIP room right now. It's super chic. I got all the young vibes. But thank you guys for joining us again. Welcome to Live with Lydia, where I am promoting small businesses and services in efforts to kind of just show a little support and promote these amazing entrepreneurs during this quarantine, and just to try to, bring some good vibes and positivity. And today my special guest is my sister, you guys. I can't believe she agreed to do this. Actually, all of my siblings are very, very private. They're very antisocial, I think is the right word. So I am super, super honored and humbled that she actually wanted to jump on and let me show her off to you guys and to the world. So without further ado, let me add her. But are you ready? She's nervous. She's nervous, my little baby. All right, guys, let's fix this up for y'all. And let's ask her to join us.
Hello.
I think we are going to hear an echo.
But anyways, hi everyone. I'm Jocelyn from Tovar Photography.
Yes, girl. Keep it going. All right. Thank you for the feedback. Y'all can hear us good. It's just us. It's going to be a little weird because I hear myself here and then I hear myself there. But yes, welcome. And thank you for finally making an appearance on my Live with Lydia platform. It is so cool to have you actually be on. Josie is someone that's always been a part of Live with Lydia, of like Living Latina when I used to have that show. She was a huge part also of House of Alice Rose when we did the blog. She has always been kind of like my backbone and my photographer, to be honest. I think like 90% of the pictures that you see on my Live with Lydia have been taken by her.
Facts.
So thank you. Scoot over to the right a little bit so your
Mm-hmm.
face isn't covered by these comments, girl.
Okay.
There you go. But thank you for joining me and for letting me come in your room.
You're welcome. I'm excited to be a part of it since you're doing the small business showcase.
Oh, look what she said. She says she looks good in front of the camera. Why is it that all photographers are super gorgeous and they hate being in front of the camera?
I don't know. I think because since we are a photographer, we're more used to like shooting people instead of other people shooting us. Plus, we already know the angles, and whenever we're like, "Oh, here, take a picture of us," and then you see it, and you're just like, "Those aren't the angles." So I rather take a
True.
selfie on my own than to like let someone else take a picture of me or like even a video because I'm like, no, I know I'm not gonna like it.
That's so funny. Well, you know all my angles, and I thank you for that. Most of the time, like I said, any pictures and the Live with Lydia show, I think since we started, has been Josie being on the back end. She's the one that helps me with the photography, with the videography, even the editing. So anything that you see comes up on Live with Lydia, whether it's a video or a picture or editing or even like promo shots that we've done for the Salted Hippie, it's Josie. It's her work. And I'm usually pretty well about like tagging you and stuff. Sometimes I find myself not doing it because I'm like in a rush, or I'm like, it's my sister. But then I'm like, no, let's give credit to where it's due. But besides photography, I'm so proud to also say that she is in culinary. And another reason why I wanted her to come on is because her bread and butter is now being a chef, a professional chef, a cook. And as you all know, when the pandemic hit, they were the first to get shut down. Any like of the restaurants, the bars got to get, they had to close down. And she works at this like fancy club, I guess. What would you call it?
Well, I guess it's like a they call like a social club or a country club because they have like a fitness center. They have it's and it's also like a venue space. So people have events there, like meetings, or it's mainly for like more business oriented people or professional people more that so then if you have a venue, sorry, I'm just like nervous. Not a venue. If you have an event and you have it at that venue, you're able to have like a certain menu if you want a customized menu. So then we provide the food for you. So we're going to be cooking everything and we set everything up for you. So like I said, they also have a gym. They have like racquetball, tennis. Yeah.
Like I said, fancy. So of course, when everything started getting shut down, you were the first one in the family to have to pretty much stop working. Um, so I know I wanted to kind of like help you out and promote you and hopefully just share you with the world. You are definitely multi-talented, and I don't say that just because I know you. You really are multi-talented. You've done fitness. I know if you've actually trained to do fitness competition. You've been a nutritionist and a personal trainer at a gym, at a local gym. You study your butt off, and I'm actually staring at her certificates right now. She graduated with two certificates last year, back to back. And then she does photography, videography, editing.
Two
She's done
degrees,
2 degrees. What did I say?
certificates.
Excuse me, 2 degrees, homegirl. Um, and she also does video editing. She's done music videos. She shot music videos for people up and coming. Um, I could just go on. Plus, she's an amazing tia to my baby. Gio is in love with Josie. Um, and it's just kind of cool to have you because I never get to show my sisters off in front of the camera. And they all are super talented. All my sisters are my pride and joy. Off the subject, names of lipsticks, please. I got you, girl. This is damn, I just forgot. No,
Well,
not
mine is Morphe. It's not a lipstick. It's actually a lip liner.
wait, is that where I got mine from? Morphe? No. It's this other brand. ¿Cómo se llama this other really affordable brand? It's
NYX,
no, it's not NYX. It's not Morphe. Uh,
Milani.
no, it's online. I'm gonna have to get back to you, Val. Uh, but I believe it's called Cheerleader. I'll get back to you on that. I need to get off the couch. You're killing it. I know, right? She is definitely an inspiration. And how lucky am I that I get to live and call her my sister as a chef, as a nutritionist, as a photographer, as a videographer. I'm like, damn, I'm blessed. But
You are.
so humble.
I'm just kidding. I feel like usually Virgos, I'm into like astrology and stuff, but I feel like usually Virgos are usually like very multi-talented. Like they always try to find a way to improve in all aspects of life. So that's why I feel like I try to learn like in everything every day pretty
Hmm.
much. So I started like being a dental assistant and then I was
Yep.
like, no, like that isn't really challenging. Let me move to the fitness industry. So I was like working at a gym and then from there I'm like, oh, this is kind of boring. So then I became an actual trainer and it just so on and so forth. So I feel like it's a Virgo thing.
It's a Virgo.
I mean, Beyonce is a Virgo, so
Okay, but she's from September, so I kind of claim her too. She's not a Libra, but she was born in September.
yeah.
Damn. So when everything started happening with the pandemic and the shutdown, I know you had, recently graduated. You had finally kind of settled into this, job and position. how hard was it for you to just kind of like walk away from that, knowing like me, obviously personally knowing your anxiety and your struggles and also your goals, like you're super goal oriented to the point where any setback to you is like super harsh. Like you're harsh on yourself.
Hmm. Well, it would have been hard if it was something else, but since it is a pandemic, like I had more anxiety to get the virus than to not work at all. Like I'd rather be safe than sorry in this situation. During like other times, and yeah, then I would get anxious, like, oh, I'm not working on my goals, I'm not working on myself. But in this situation, I was like, no, like I'd rather be safe than sorry.
That's good. And I think I totally agree. I'm such a pansy that I have this struggle of like I want to go to my store, like I just want to get back to normal. I just want to like go in and start seeing people, even if it's one customer at a time. But then anytime I leave my house, I swear to you, like my throat starts itching, and I'm like, oh, I got the Rona. It's like scary. But luckily for you, you know, you have a good support system as far as like your siblings, your boy toy. I call him a boy toy, but you know, your boyfriend. And you have a really good head on your shoulders. I think if it was anybody else who was just starting or like transitioning into what they wanted to be, I don't think it would be that easy. What would you say to someone that maybe shares your anxieties or shares your insecurities as far as like being okay to just be still, whether it's because of a pandemic or just like a change in life, a change in routine?
I feel like it took so long for me to get to a point where I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Like, I'm gonna use this time to, if I can't work, obviously, then I'm gonna use this time to continue to work on myself, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or even physically. You can work out at home. You can even work online. Because of the situation, I'm like, you know what? Like, what's a way for me to earn an income, online? So recently, my boyfriend got me into like trying to learn how to trade. So now I'm like trying to learn how to do that so that can be, a mean of income. So, but I would give someone advice. Pretty much like everything happens for a reason. And like I said, like it took so long for me to figure that out. But I noticed that when something would always go wrong, I would try to get the good out of that or try to learn from that challenge. And then I'm like, you know what, like good thing that didn't happen because now I'm at this place, or or now I have this blessing. And so I guess I would try to tell you, like, just try to be grateful for what you do have. Obviously, I can't physically work right now, but I'm blessed to be able to be in a safe home, with an amazing support system. And it's not like I'm homeless right now. So that's a huge thing for us because growing up, obviously we weren't that fortunate, and I'm just so grateful that we're not in that position that we were back then than we are in now. So although it's kind of like a pause, I feel like sometimes we need those pauses or to be still within ourselves, in order to grow mentally.
That is so true. Have I told you she also helps me when I'm down?
And you know what? Like since I started to like get into meditating and yoga, like that's an artness of stillness. So I try to like use that and incorporate that with, my anxiety as well.
I need to do that. I've told you before, meditating is something that I've always been really curious with, but I don't know how to like shut it off. I'm one of those people, I'm a Libra, so I'm one of those people that always needs balance. So if I feel like something is undone, incomplete, I didn't get to it, I don't have balance. And I do not know how to shut my brain off. And she's always told me, try meditating, try guided meditation. And I want to try, but every time I start, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. And I get up and I just go about my day. I'm someone that's like constantly tired, but it's weird because it's mostly mental. I'm always going here. Even if I'm still, you might see me on the couch and not move for 3 hours, but I literally just went through like 1,000 emails and I sent out promotions and I worked on photography for my store, or I just created a schedule for my employee or a schedule for my son, and then 3 4 hours go by and I'm like, crap, I feel like I didn't do anything because I didn't physically get up and move,
Hmm.
but I'm tired because it's like always on. So I need to take your advice and like learn how to be still and finally try the meditation because I don't know how to do that. Karen is asking if you have any good meditation apps. Do you use apps or is it
Um,
usually YouTube?
I feel like in the beginning, you definitely need an app because, like how you said, like you try to meditate and you're like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Which also, if you do have that problem, you can literally like every day write a to I don't want to say a to-do list, but like your most important task of the day, and make sure you actually get those things done. That way at the end of the day you feel like, oh, okay, like I got this accomplished. And then you can either meditate in the morning or at night, but I prefer to do it in the morning. That way I'm already like setting a tone for the day.
Mhm.
That way I'm able to accomplish those tasks, because sometimes we're all like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, and this whole time you're wasting time saying I need to do this and I need to do that, and you're not doing any of that. So but yeah, I use an app. I don't know what it's called, but there's a lot of free apps that you can use that are like that help you meditate. Some are guided, or some is just like a music, like a soundtrack kind of. So definitely in the beginning, you should use a guided meditation. I don't like to use the YouTube ones because sometimes they have commercials, and it's like you're all like trying to be calm, and then you hear a commercial and you wake up and stuff.
That's true. I used to do the YouTube ones for like the deep sleep, and you'd be like falling asleep and then call now, and I'm like, oh shit, what the. So yeah, I don't recommend you use the YouTube ones for that. But okay, so let's get back to showing you off in your talents. Besides the culinary background, um, tell everybody a little bit about your photography, which is obviously the Instagram account you're joining us on right now, J Tovar Photography. How did you get started? Why did you decide to go this route into photography? And what kind of services do you offer?
So I started because I guess ever since I was able to get a hold of a camera, I've always like loved taking pictures. Or even like back then, like MySpace days, like I would like try to take pictures and like try to edit them cool. And obviously looking back now, I'm just like, what was I thinking? But like I noticed like it started from back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, like as I grew an adult, and I started to see like more opportunities, like, oh, like I want to take pictures of this girl, or like of this event or stuff like that. So in the beginning it was just for fun. But then once I started to really try to challenge myself to grow into that, and to learn more about it, then I was like, you know what, like I can make this like my side hustle. Like even
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not like booked and busy 24/7, but I can like always go back to that. And also like sometimes like there was a time where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Or like, what's my passion? Like I've never had a passion. I've always seen people like, oh, they've been playing baseball since they were little or whatever. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what did I like since I was little? And then I'm like, you know what, like I even whenever I was little, like I always like taking pictures or like cameras or whatever. So now I try to, continue to pursue that.
What kind of services or what kind of photography do you offer? If it's anybody on here that maybe doesn't know you or hasn't followed you.
Literally everything and anything. On my website, I have like a certain packages, like I mean a couple of packages, but I can literally do anything. If you're a realtor, I can go and take pictures of the home to showcase, the features. That way you are able to put that in your listings. If you're trying to curate content for your Instagram and you're an up and coming model, or for your business, I can do that. If you're selling things, like I remember when you were doing live with Lydia, I would do the
The
stock
stock
the
images.
stock images. I can do headshots. I've never done wedding or engagement, but I am very open to, obviously, to try that as well. I've
Well,
done.
actually, let me pause you there. Didn't you help me when I got married with the engagement photos?
No, I helped Fabi and Johnny.
You
Oh
did.
yes,
You
I
have done.
yeah. Last time I had told you that too. I was like, I haven't tried engagement pictures, but like I offer that as a package
Yeah.
because I know like I can still do well in that. And I was like, I've never done that. And then I was like, wait, I did do it. Whenever Fabi and
Yeah.
Johnny got engaged, I took pictures of them like down the street at the park.
Is there any certain things you prefer to take pictures of, such as nature, wedding, etc.? Or which is your favorite? Leslie's asking that.
My favorite would be kind of like, I guess, like urban photography, like to
You're good
have,
at it too.
yeah, like to have a model somewhere like cool outside with the cool background, and to showcase both like the model and I guess like the landscape of it. So that, and also like landscape photography, because whenever I don't have someone I can shoot, then it's like I can just take pictures of landscape. And also like if we get to travel or something, then like I really, really enjoy sceneries like that. So I like taking pictures of that.
And it's awesome memories too. Plus, it
Hmm.
gives you content because when there's not someone specific in the shot, landscape photography can be used for pretty much anything. As
Yeah.
fillers, as like I know some Instagram pages are like all about color blocks. It can be used for like art, like you can literally blow something up on a canvas and print it. But that's really, really cool. Do you have a favorite of the both? I know fitness is a huge part of your life, but if you have to choose between photography and culinary, which is your favorite?
Hmm. I would say that's so hard, because there's times whenever I'm, working at culinary, right? Where like literally I forget about all my problems and I'm just focused on like doing that, and like I love that rush. But then I love like the creative side of photography, because I'm
Hmm.
like, ooh, like I can make it look cool like this, or I can hit it with this angle, or edit it in a different way. So I liked it, but I mean, I don't know, because you can create in both things. I think for me, it's like I like to create things with, even if it's with my hands or whatever, because obviously cooking, right? Or create things with, pictures, because that's obviously still, you're still creating something like that. It's still art form in your way. So
Do you like to mix both? Like, do you like taking pictures of culinary creations?
yeah, I have before. Like I started trying to do like a meal prep business as well. So I would, obviously I would cook it and then I would take pictures of that. But I haven't done that too much.
Hmm. So you're not one of those people that they go out to eat and they're like, yeah, yeah, or you just eat it.
Well, I feel like I used to do that when Instagram first started, like, ooh, let me take pictures of this, or snap of this. But because I do have anxiety, sometimes I feel like, when I don't know if anyone else goes through this, but like I feel like if I watch too much TV, or if I'm on my phone too much, or on Instagram,
It
or
peaks.
social media, like I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like we're like living in a virtual reality where it kind of disconnects me from my reality, and then it makes my problems even bigger in my head. So I try to like kind of,
Separate.
yeah, separate myself from that, and just try to like enjoy the moment. So if I do go somewhere to eat, like somewhere really good, and I'm like, ooh, this is so pretty, I rather just enjoy that than let me take my phone and
In real
take pictures.
time.
Yeah.
Wow. She's woke too, y'all. Um, Hi, Steph. Yes. We started off a little late today too, so there's still a lot for you to listen to. And yes, this is my sister. She is the youngest of five. I'm the oldest of five, and she is one of the twins. I know I've mentioned before that I have twin sisters, so she is the one that was born second. So she is literally the baby of the family. And we're talking about her culinary skills. We're talking about her photography business. We're talking about how it's affected her since everything closed down. And of course, with your position as far as like, your shift being closed down because of the pandemic, obviously photography kind of went out the window too. Most people initially were not thinking about taking photos. They were actually thinking about staying away from people. And now, a month and a half, some people 2 months into quarantine, they're not thinking about photography, or actually, they're not thinking about anything that's going to cost them any money that's not, necessary. But do you have any promotions, or do you have anything that you think could make people feel a little bit more comfortable as to possibly work with you in the photography while everything kind of gets back to normal? Because I know with photography, you don't actually have to touch them. You can give them direction, and you could stand a good 6 to 10 feet away and use your big lens to zoom everything in. How do you think you can kind of ease that tension if people are wanting to do photography or wanting to get content, but they're afraid of working with a photographer?
Well, I would say, first of all, I care about that a lot because I myself obviously am super scared of catching this. So I feel like I'm already going to take precautions of not getting too close to people. Like I'm already doing that. So I feel like if we would be able to work together, I would make sure you feel comfortable and safe, and we're both comfortable and safe. We could still keep 6 feet, apart. I don't have to be all in your face, or even with certain other things. If you have certain merchandise you need me to shoot, like you can give me a few things to shoot, and I can hold on to those things until this blows over, and then you're comfortable with me giving them back. Or I actually got my sister, my twin, she's a realtor, and she's actually gonna list a house for sale soon. So whenever I do go to take pictures of the house, I don't have to see the seller. They can literally just open the door, and I can wipe down the doors or whatever, and just me go in there, on my own. But I am offering a 30% discount right now on literally on all of my packages because I know everyone's going through the same thing right now.
Yeah,
So, another thing is like you can literally just like what I post, or, refer me to someone, or just share any of my pictures. What else? Yeah, so pretty much just kind of a word of mouth right now.
that's awesome. Miss Flowerchild is asking, do you take pictures of vehicles? Because she is the co-owner of S&T Party Buses.
Yes.
Have you done any photography with videos, or like those like car model style photography?
Yeah, not necessarily like to promote the vehicle, and because she sells like the party buses, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
she
rents them
rents
out.
them out.
I've never done it like that, but I've showcased like cars in videos, like for music videos or just for pictures.
Yeah. Real estate photography is great. It really is. She's done real estate photography for a couple people, and she's actually done headshots too that ended up on their business cards. So that's pretty cool. And she also worked with me and Karen, who was on yesterday's show when HGTV reached out to her. So some of the pictures that we used to promote that Karen was on HGTV, and all the presentation and all the pretty much all the promo that went into it was actually shot by her. So that's pretty cool. How do you feel when you see something that you shoot either print out, be posted, be used? Like when you watch those music videos and you're like, I did that. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like good, like I said, like since I was younger, I feel like this is what I've been passionate about. And certain other things, it's like, oh, it comes into, you know, whenever you come across it in life. But I feel like that, like whenever I look at it, I'm like, damn, like okay, I'm getting better. And then another job or gig comes up, and I'm like, oh, now this is better. Like the other thing, um, I could improve on this and that. But I feel like with each new thing, like I start to improve more and more and more. So it makes me happy to see like actual progress in that.
And you improve tremendously just from like one shot to the next, one photo shoot to the next, one video shoot to the next. I know the first few times that we did videos together, I was like, oh, it's awesome. And you were like, oh, it could be better. And I'm like, girl. And then the next one, you were like, oh, it could be better. I'm like, this one's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Flower Child said she's going to be needing some headshots. Yes, girl, reach out to her. And like she said, she does have her packages right now at 30% off. Do people subscribe to your website, or what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
The best way would be through email, and I have my email linked on my Instagram if you go to my actual page, or you can DM me. My website is more just so you can get a feel of like what a package would be like, but I'm willing to work with anyone's budget. I've always been like that because I know for a while I was a college student and now I'm getting into, you know, the adult world. So I like to be able to be flexible with like the packages as well. If you see something or you want something, and like I'm willing to work with you pretty much.
That's awesome. Karen said she did such an amazing job and shot the video too. Oh, you did. You did shoot a YouTube video for her showcasing the home that was featured on HGTV. You
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. You know what? I watched it like 2 weeks ago. I was showing my boyfriend and I was like, why did I do that? Like I could have done it way better. Like now looking
Really?
at, yeah, I think that's just how I am. And he was just like, damn, you're kind of like Kanye. Like he made a whole album and then he like just trashed it because he wanted to make something better. Like he didn't like how it sounded anymore or something. And he was like, you just pulled a Kanye. I was like, well, I guess like with, like I said, with each picture, with each video, like you get better and better. So then you look back at like, a couple months ago and you're just like, wow, like that's kind of trash. But
I don't think it was trash, and I know Karen was really happy with it. Yeah, she says she loved it. They're asking if you have a drone or if you know how to use a drone for like photography.
I don't have a drone yet, but I do know how to use one.
We've played with one before, remember with Chris?
Hmm.
We play with them. Leslie wants to know if you have a favorite camera you like to use.
Um, I guess the Canon 70D, I think, because that one actually has like Wi-Fi and stuff, so you can literally send the pictures to your phone right away instead of having to, you know, use it with your memory card.
I feel like you are a little bit of a camera snob. You've snobbed on me before when I'm like, oh, take a picture here. You're like, oh, it'd be better with Canon. I'm like, girl, just use my iPhone.
Well, because it's kind of true. Because I mean, iPhone does take really good pictures, but like, I'm just like, damn, like I just can make it look way better if I use a camera.
You're such a perfectionist. I don't know where you get that from. ¿Quién sabe? But okay, so we know about your photography. You have 30% off. What's your website, by the way?
It's in the link in my bio.
Okay, awesome. So pretty much everything that you need to know about her photography is over at J Tovar Photography on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining. I see some people joining in. Canon has so many different settings. Don't be agreeing with her, Leslie. No, but usually that's what you use when we've done filming, when we've done video shoots. I know the last one that you did for, oh, when I had the Valentine's party at the Salted Hippie, she
Hmm.
was the event photographer. So she was the one in charge of taking photography of all my guests and clients, customers that came in, and they were able to walk away with beautiful professional shots. We had different like backgrounds, And although the lighting at the store is a little iffy, they came out so good. You showed up with your ring light and everything. I was like, yeah, it's honor. Besides the photography, we've talked about you doing culinary. I know you work for a country club, a fruity fruit place. Do you offer like private services for culinary?
I can, but it's not something that I've been doing. But I've done like meal preps for people.
You have for me
So
too.
so because of the pandemic, obviously I kind of put that on pause. Just to be safe. Like I know I'm clean and stuff, but I just I just rather be safe because you are cooking for people and
Hmm.
like that could, cause diseases or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just, put that on pause right now. But definitely after the quarantine is over,
Hmm.
you can head over to Align Fuel on Instagram. And if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to, just eat healthy, or you're just on the go, you work a lot. Obviously, there's a lot of people who work and, you don't have time to make your meals or whatever. You can just go there and see what I have to
And they're
offer.
yummy.
Yeah.
They're so yummy. They're savory and flavorful. Like I said, I'm so lucky, y'all. I got a personal chef when she's in the mood. I have a nutritionist. I have a meal prepper. I got a photographer, videographer, editor. I got my sister. And if she's in the mood too, I got a babysitter.
That's true.
Oh my gosh. I forgot completely to mention the line fuel. Spell it out for them so they know what account that one's under.
Align Fuel, so ALIGNED Fuel. You know what? I think I can post it on here and leave it. Ooh, wait, how
Oh,
do you do
girl,
that?
like I said, thank God your room is
How
clean.
do you do that?
Top left.
There you go. I can leave a comment, leaving the
Such
handle.
multifaceted boss, babe. You have a big things ahead of you. Yes, girl. One of the biggest things I am most proud of is my siblings. Every one of them, and I include myself because I have to give myself a pat on the back. All of us are freaking hustlers. All of us have multiple sources of income. All of us have obviously been raised by the same people. So we have pretty much the same morals. Some of us differ, like Chris.
No, but even Chris, he
No,
he does different things
he
as
does.
well. Like I feel like all of us do. We don't just stick to one thing. We
Mm-mm.
we kind of just branch out.
We all nitpick at everything. We are all super motivated. I know this sounds like I'm full of it, but I feel proud because I share this with you all. Multitasking is something we're all good at. Multifaceted, multi-talented. We're all hustlers for real. And I think it stems from us growing up with literally absolutely nothing. Like when I'm telling you guys, I've spoke about this before, like when I'm telling you we were broke, we were like
We
broke
were
broke.
so broke. There was times where we literally only could eat tortillas and butter. I remember that. And I remember I had posted like a caption whenever I graduated.
Oh, that made me cry.
Yeah, so like that's what I remember. Like sometimes we didn't have like actual food or light or
Yeah.
heat.
Hmm.
So I feel like because of that, because we literally came from nothing, like we want to do everything that we are able to do.
Take advantage of life full force. And we're not talking about money and financially. I don't think we're driven by money, but the fact that we grew up with none of it makes us appreciate it that much more and lets us also know that there's enough out there for everybody to go around. And growing up, we didn't have that mentality. We just literally thought, that's it. We're stuck, we're broke, we're not eating, and this is it. And then something switched, and they're all like that. one of, like I said, one of my biggest prides in my life is my siblings because I love them all. They're all super amazing, but it feels so like pretty inside to be able to say, that's my sister, that's my brother. And I feel so absolutely lucky and blessed that I not only love my siblings, but I actually like them too. I love being together. We are a very tightly knit family because we grew up, with immigrant parents. So we had nobody else. It was mom,
Yeah.
dad, and us five. And I think the fact that we had to grow up pretty much sharing one bedroom, five kids, it made us that much closer. So to see my sister thrive and to see her talent and to see her drive and her motivation, her hustle, it feels so nice. And that's why I wish, like, I'm always bugging them. Let's go live. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they're always like, nah, nah. But it's beautiful because they support me from behind the scenes. They support me from afar. And I know they're my number one supporters besides my husband, of course, because as silly as something seems, as simple as like a picture going up or an interview with an online magazine, they all know what it took to get there. So the support and the admiration goes both ways, and I think it's pretty awesome.
Also, like putting yourself out there because I feel like I struggle with that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my twin, who was supposed to be on this live, um,
Judith,
for some reason it's hard to put ourselves out there, even though we know we're capable of doing it.
same. And
But
for a fact, I still struggle with that every
mhm.
day. Every day this light turns on, I light up, and there's something that I love about it. But she's the one, since we still live together, she's the one that has to deal with it. I'm like,
And I'm like, just do it, just do it. But whenever it comes down to me, I'm like, oh, just do it. I
that's
have
why
to
I
tell
was so
myself the same thing.
surprised you agreed today. Don't cry, Stephanie. You're going to make me cry. You guys are amazing. What a triumph story. Me too, girl. Oh, but I'm so excited. I'll let you go because I know your boyfriend's waiting for you. And I could go on and on and on talking positive um, triumphs and just good stories about you and all of us, really. But I really appreciate you coming. You guys don't understand how much of a big deal this is. They do not like to be in front of the camera. As crazy and as loud as I am, my family is actually even more. Yo soy la más calmadita. I'm like the little angel. These bitches is crazy. They're loud. They're beautiful. Their heart is huge. And I don't know. I'm just so proud. I feel like I'm showing off my sister. Like, look, world, look what I have at home. But thank you so much. Give us a lineup again of your different multi talents, how we can reach out to you, and what you provide, real quick, just to wrap it up.
Okay,
Meal prepping.
meal prepping, you can go to Align Fuel, which I posted it in the comments. If you can go back, if not, then I guess I'll just post it on my story to tag it. So yeah, meal prepping. I obviously have a knowledge of all nutrition, so I can do keto friendly, I can do plant based, I can do vegan, I can do vegetarian, pescatarian, or even just you just want um, certain dinners for whenever you get home. Like I can do that
Too
as well.
busy?
Yeah, if you're too busy, I can. Yeah, I can set up like kind of like a kit of like what to make for dinner. I can do that as well. So you can go to Align Fuel for that one. And then for my photography, videography, this one right here, J Tovar Photography. I offer everything from headshots, portfolio pictures, like if you're trying to be a model. What else? What else? I even forgot what I offer.
You
Any
you
stock images.
Oh yeah, and you do editing too.
Yeah, editing. Any videos, music videos, pretty much anything with photography. You can literally ask me if I can do it. If I've done it before, or if I haven't, I'm literally like I can learn on the spot, like, or I'm willing to work with you for your budget or whatever it is.
Do you do boudoir photos
Oh, I've done that for Yuli before.
for Judith?
Yeah.
You need to do it for me. Call me girl after this. Okay, so again, just to wrap it up, Jocelyn Tovar, my sister, thank you so much. I know this was really hard for you, and I'm so proud that you pushed yourself. I really am. So, as you know, culinary skills, meal prepping, go to Aligned Fuel, and that's ALIGNED, Aligned Fuel. And then for photography, videography, editing, that's J Tovar Photography, which is obviously the account you're joining us in. Yeah, meal prepping, culinary. Once this is all said and done, hopefully you can get back out there and continue thriving. But in the meantime, if you would like to support her, go ahead and give her a follow, shoot her a DM, send her an email. I mean, the photography is something you can do right now safely, of course. And if not, then you can book sessions or book the meals and everything for the future. But thank you all so much for joining. The conversation was awesome. We had a lot of beautiful boss babes joining us today, and I really appreciate it. But I love you. Go take a shot now so you can relax. You did it. And cheers, y'all. Cheers to boss babes, to beautiful women who are even more talented than they are beautiful. And cheers to family, the biggest pride I have. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Wow.